So yeah, why weren't you guys at the track on Friday or Saturday?
I kind of took the initiative to sand down my vehicle and repaint it, so currently in the process of that.
Okay.
Since it's not running right now, perfect time.
Okay, nice. So a weekend project.
That's why I wasn't there. And then Sunday, I had to go down to the haunted house to do like a practice acting / help people with makeup.
So you do your own makeup?
No.
Or you have to let other people practice? Like college. Barber college.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let other people practice. I was just a canvas, basically.
Okay. So nice. Why weren't you there Friday or Saturday?
Friday, I was coaching. Coach cheerleading. So much fun sometimes. 8
Sometimes?
High school girls.
So this was the sometime was Friday, and that's why you couldn't be there?
We got our butts kicked 48-7.
Oh.
And then Saturday, I was helping him with his car, so.
Big help.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Sat there on my phone.
Yeah.
YouTube University.
But you did help me take the hood off, so that was nice.
Yeah, my arm kind of didn't work very well putting it back on.
Yeah. What up, Gina? What up, Jason Anderson?
Anderson.
And we got Autumn, the team at Hey Crane Gang. What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Bench Racing Podcast, presented by, who do you think? Kenosha Plumbing. Let's go. Our latest sponsor, so thank you to Kenosha Plumbing. If you're looking for a plumber, obviously in Kenosha County, Racine area, check out Kenosha Plumbing. Tell them Crane Racing sent you. Ryan Johnson, sorry we couldn't get you in a car, Derek, but hopefully Hunter had fun. Yes, we will be talking about that. What up, Elliot? Jason, definitely stick around because we got some news on the Midwest Racers event you're probably going to want to know. So, obviously, we have Terry Kudrowski here. No, we don't. We have Hunter Lossman and Maddie Schutzen. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
It feels like a shop night, but in the studio. It's crazy. Hunter works on the 59 car, makes it really fast. Maddie makes the 59 car hook up really good, working the tires. So, I'm going to leave it there. As I was saying that, I'm like, hook up, and it's two different meetings, depending on which way you're looking at it. But yeah, so we have a good show for you tonight. We got, Hunter's first race in a Bandit, the Fall Classics, what are our thoughts of it, our results of the Fall Classic, the Midwest Racers event, and so much more. Because, our show's like life. We don't know where it goes. It just takes us, and we ride the conversation. Awesome. So, Terry Kudrowski and we got our dates mixed up. I sent him 2 dates. He didn't confirm either one, and I didn't confirm either one, and we both confirmed in our minds the opposite date. So he will be on the next show, which will be October 7th. I messaged him last night and this morning, and he's like, I thought it was like that one. I'm like, no, it's this one. He's like, I'm coming back from Tennessee. I'm like, I'll do it on my own. I'll do it by myself. And then I was like, who? I need someone from the Fall Classic. I'm like, Hunter, because he got some laps in. Let's go. What up, Jimmy IE? Sup, peeps, outlaw tonight, Hunter. Okay, it looks like you got a ride tonight, too. Jimmy here, you wheeled the wing car very well this past weekend. Thank you. And what's up, Ladders? From
What's
Jimmy
up,
IE.
Jimmy IE Turbo.
IE Turbo. And we have some predictions, too, from the better, worse, too, from the Fall Classic that we'll do. I didn't do too good in that, but a couple people did really good. All right, so we're going to get into our first. That is throwing me off. Our ticker's off by a lot.
We have not been live for an hour.
In 27 minutes. So, all right, I gotta go old school and look at the clock down at the other side.
It's only been like
5 minutes. Yeah.
5, 6 minutes.
There you go. Awesome. All right, so let's get into knowing about our little special guest here, Hunter Lossman. Very new to racing. We've seen 100% of his racing career in the last few days. Boom. How was that?
I mean, it was fun. I definitely think if I were to have started differently and kind of paced myself in the heat races, probably would have been better.
Maybe listen to a sprint car driver about not going that far up to the wall, but he did. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the heat race wasn't too bad, and then by the time the feature hit, it was. I think I did a lot better because I actually got to feel the car.
Yeah, you got more laps.
And then more laps, and then I actually messaged her or talked to her, and I said I think starting in fifth gear in the feature helped me out a lot because like you could feel how much movement you needed in the wheel.
Oh god, it slowed you down a little bit. It slowed you down, yeah.
Paced it. So.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, Jennifer Rooney says once we got him in the right heat.
Yeah.
He was just ready to rip. He was just ready to rip. Miles Lossman, keep it off the wall, son.
Yep.
Yeah, he almost nailed it. He almost nailed it because of I told him, I was like, as soon as I come off from our heat race, like in a sprint car, going down the back chute, going this way in your heat race to keep it off the wall. There's snot up there. So I come in and I just like, dude, don't even get close to the wall. We're midway down the chute, and your heat race, I'm watching you, and what do? Second lap, you go up to the wall, and that's when you got turned by Ricky Nelson.
Yep.
That guy, man. Whew.
Yep.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. So, and you hunting with some of the best guys out there, and girls, and guys and girls. Yeah. I forget that Bandits have a lot more girls in their field than most classes.
Right.
Maddie, what did you think of Hunter's first race night?
In the heat race, I had everyone looking at me in the stands being like, why is he out there? And I'm like, I don't know.
He just jumped in. He took off.
And then, like, once he got spun by Ricky Nelson, I was like, oh, okay.
Is that how you want to go? Is that how you want to go, Ricky?
And then feature was a lot easier than watching the heat race, so.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we have Ryan Tiny Horse, the champ, Johnson. Seat time is so much. Starting a little slower helps out a ton.
Definitely did.
Yep, and then also male to female ratio is dang near 1-1. Yeah. I see, like, and then some of the drivers have, like, the names that could go either way, boy or girl. Like Carrie, and I'm like, is that a boy or is that a girl? It could be either, or Terry or whatever, you know, so. We got David Crane here. It's in the butt, Bob. There you go. Drive it like he stole it. Yes, he did, in fifth gear. It was great.
Yep,
it was great.
Gear. That was interesting.
So, the fun, like, we were watching you like a hawk, obviously, because we were like, we're so excited, he's out there. You went by us one time, and we all looked at each other, we're like, is he in fifth gear? Like, is he... it's not fourth. It doesn't sound like it's almost there. It just sounds like ball. Like
it was... And, I mean, with the helmet on, and then plus all the other cars, like, it's hard to...
Yeah, it's hard to know.
Which, like, the sound of it, and then once the first yellow came about, I was like... I don't know why, but I'm going super slow and the pedals to the floor.
Yeah.
so then I pulled it out of fifth and put it in third, and that's when I was like, oh, that's why. So.
Nice. So, Maddie, when you jumping in the Rooney Special? Nope.
It's pretty fun, actually. It's pretty weird at first.
I'll do go-karts. That's it.
Do go-karts? Just
for the Midwest Racing event.
That's it? Okay. All right. Well, you know.
I have more fun in the stands, cheering people on and taking video.
Yes.
I'll stick to
Did you like the video? I mean, you said you haven't watched your GoPro yet, but have you watched any of her video?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay. And then for the people that have not raced anything and they want to be a grandstand coach, how different is it to be in the car versus like remembering what you saw and then later watching the video and going, oh, I thought I was going faster than that. Or slower.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Personally, I think in the heat race when it was still kind of sloppy and super wet, you felt like you were going a lot slower. Felt like there was a lot more wheel spin, even though there wasn't.
Okay.
But especially in the turns, you'd go to turn the wheel and it would just keep going straight. And at that point, you're like, I don't know what to do. It's either jump the cushion, go into the wall, or throttle it out and see what happens.
And hopefully it just stops.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, in the feature, when it kind of dried up and everything else, it was same thing. Felt like you were going fast, but in reality, you're only doing 50 to 70, if that, not even. At least that's what it feels like.
Okay.
But I'm sure in the stands, it only looks like you're doing 40, 45.
Yeah.
So.
And then you're watching your attack and you're like, whoa, I'm going more like 60, 70 going into the corner. The Bandits throw the speed off just because of how much faster everyone else is going into the corner. Then when you know how fast they're going, and you're like, oh, so they're not going slow.
Yeah.
They're going fast. Just they're going faster. We have Robin here. Hate going from second to fifth. Not as bad as going to first. Ooh, yeah. You don't want to spike that motor too. So I'm sure you had a little bit of nerves there too.
Yeah, a little bit.
With just making sure you got in the right gear. That's what I'd be worried about. Definitely won't recommend using the wall to stop. Wise words, very wise words there. They can get up roughly to 60, 70 on a hooked up night, I'd say. Yep. And Robin, what night was that you hit the wall to stop? Because that always tickles. Hard to hear you all. All right, let me go over here. All right, so we're running off of OBS real quickly, so I'm going to watch the sound levels real quick. But anyways, I'll keep the show moving here, so I'll be away from comments for a second. Hunter, what do you do for work?
As of right now, I work at Boucher Collision Center in Waukesha as a detailer. Give or take about 6 months, and I'll be able to move into the body tech or paint.
It's been 6 months already?
No.
Oh, no, okay.
It's only been like 2.
2, okay. I was about to say, whoa, dude.
Yeah,
I remember when you were like, dude, I got the job.
Yeah. No.
Okay. And then, Maddie, what do you do for work?
I'm a parts coordinator at Gerber Collision, and hopefully next year I'll be starting my body tech program where I can start working on cars.
Nice.
Then, is it working? Is it not working type situation where I'm like, okay, when can I go into the program? I've been sitting on my butt too long. But sometimes it's fun being able to check in parts, and that's my only responsibility. But sometimes they'll let me go in the shop and help out, and sometimes I just walk around and look busy.
Oh, nice. I wonder if your dad's listening. Yeah, I turned up the sensitivity on the mic just a bit. Because usually, no, they're rowdy. They're just a different kind of rowdy. the beer hasn't been flowing yet. Championship night. Oh, that's right. Okay. Turn 3. This is Robin's crash. Turn 3, 4. Coming around for the check. Oh, that's the worst too. Coming to the checker just when you're like, I just got 200 more feet, and this thing is made all year. And that's right. And you weren't feeling good, and you were peer pressured, right? I think that's what it was. Why you showed up. But yeah, awesome. And then, Hunter, do you remember your first lap?
Oh man, first lap.
And how was that?
Are we talking before the restart or after the restart?
Your very first lap. The first lap you gunned it. The memorable. I mean, they were all memorable. I mean, your start was so good, dude. You made Tiny Horse look like he jumped.
I mean, it was all right.
Okay.
It was definitely an experience. Because as soon as you put it into third gear and step on it, it's like, okay, now stay straight. because it wants to move a little bit.
Yeah.
So
just like a normal front wheel drive car, you step on it, it wants to kind of drive to the right. Well, at least you'll be used to left rear drive. When you get a sprint car, you need left rear drive.
Yeah.
Maddie, you remember your first laps at Midwest Racers event?
Midwest Racers.
Yeah.
I remember my arms being sore afterwards. And no, not really. I just remember the pictures afterwards of my eyes like this big around going into the corners.
See, that's why you put a lot of tear-offs on, or you get a smoke shield. You don't want the camera to read your thoughts.
I had a rental helmet, so...
That's even better. That's even better. Hunter, where do you want racing to take you?
Honestly, anywhere.
Anywhere? That's a good answer.
I think I'm not going to be picky. I think just being behind a wheel is sufficient enough.
Okay.
Whether it's in a fender car or sprint car or whatever.
Nice. Maddie, where do you want racing to take Hunter? Fender or open wheel? You're going to say no wheel. But men need wheels.
I don't know. I guess wherever he wants to go, and support him along the way. Make sure that I don't hold him back.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did you feel at any time in his first race you were at any point? Just curious.
No. I felt like the first day when he was supposed to race, it was back in July. I was
August.
more
It was
August.
Yeah.
I was really nervous, and I felt like he could feel that, so I was just like,
Did you feel her nerves?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I even felt him last week too.
That's big. Well, I mean, first race, you know, especially when it's happening.
Oh yeah.
Especially like when it kind of like looks like it's gonna happen and then it doesn't. It's just like all that like energy and nerves just release. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm not racing tonight. But then when it actually goes through, you're like, oh, okay, now how do I deal with this, Dr. Phil? We'll be right back. Oh man, psychology's fun. It's fun. A lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I do have to say, Autumn helped me out a lot, making sure I wasn't like all over, making sure that he was good, and then I would look over and I'd be like, oh yeah, he's fine. Am I okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the pit crew is just so important. Like, I mean, not as in like you need one, but you have to have the right people around, and that's why good people are hard to find. So I'm so blessed to find you and Hunter and Dave and Autumn and Elliot. So, it's hard to have good help. Jason Anderson, if you're going hard enough, you don't need all 4. You only need 3. Very true. But at the Midwest Racers event, we don't use 4 or 3. We use 8. We use the guy in front, too. Asked Jen about the first season when I raced. Sure, it was just like, okay, just how Maddie felt. Oh, I'm going to have Ryan and Jennifer on again. Like, they're a hoot. Probably at the beginning of next season's podcast, I'm going to have them on. I'll have to have that question ready for them. And also, Ryan, does he feel nervous? If the roles were reversed, would you feel as nervous as she did for her to race? If that makes sense.
I wouldn't say I would feel as nervous. I would still have a little bit of nerve, but
okay.
I would just want to stay calm as much as I can, because it is a fender. I mean, if she were to jump into a sprint car, an open wheel, for her first time, I'd be like, I don't know about that, but
it is scary.
But I think with like a Bandit or street stock or modified,
it'd be less.
It'd be less. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just because I know there's more around that vehicle and around her.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, all we have around us is air.
Yeah.
And fiberglass, because that'll stop stuff from hitting you. All right, and then Hunter, what do you do outside of work? Besides, running a Bandit now and, working on crane racing and, being in victory lane photos.
Honestly, just a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm trying to restore my truck right now, trying to get that back on the road, get her running again. And hang out with her, whatever she wants to do most of the time.
Pretty much.
Maddie.
You forgot your Xbox. Okay.
Yeah, your Xbox, and throwing Nathan and Jimmy IE into the wall.
Into the wall, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'd have one.
Yeah.
To do what I can't do in real life.
It's definitely fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try. Oh, and Elliot too.
Yep. Elliot. Yep.
Maddie, what do you do outside besides doing tire recurring racing and supporting Hunter Racing?
I'm a cheerleading coach at Bradford High School.
Yep.
So I get to do a little bit with that around Wisconsin, and then hang out with Hunter and my siblings. Go up north to the cabin, and yep, that's pretty much it.
Nice, the cabin life one day. Robin here, you open wheels guys are nuts, slightly. You just, I don't know. I don't even know what we're thinking when we're strapping in. All I'm thinking about is, man, I really hope I got the setup on the car. Jennifer Rooney, I told Maddie that story when we were walking up for the heats. Oh, that's very nice.
She said she fell out of the not the grandstands, the pit stands. Something about Ryan hit something and something went out and she fell out the stands. And I was like, yep, I feel like that would happen.
Yep. Ricky Nelson, the best part of the whole weekend, Hunter pulling off in Heat 1.
I couldn't hear anything with the receiver. I did message Nathan though, Nathan Crane, Derek's brother.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I borrowed his suit,
his safety equipment.
Yeah, safety equipment, and I messaged him, and he said it was probably the cord that he gave me to plug into the helmet. So,
I would say that that's a likely answer, but at the same time, I can't understand half the things that they say because sometimes they leave it on, and it's like, so.
That was funny because he was like, "Yeah, it's all staticky," and Derek goes, "Good luck."
Good luck, have fun. That's about right. Ricky Nelson, I was yelling and stuff like, "No, Hunter," and I was like, "Well, whatever. Goodbye, Hunter." I was wondering because I was like, we rushed our feature setup earlier because I kind of figured what the track was going to do. We didn't go full yet, but I was like, let's get the big stuff done first so we can watch him in the second heat, because after the second heat, it's our features. So I was like, let me go rush over there. And as I'm walking by to the thing, I see you driving back in the pits. I'm like, did I miss it? Like, I thought they just called Bandits to staging. And then I'm watching, and he goes, wrong heat. Oh, man.
Yeah.
To be that nervous. No, I'm kidding.
I think what really screwed me up is I was right next to Ryan because I was starting next to him on the pole. Well, he was on the pole.
This is not helping your case, I'm sorry. But
yeah, but he started going, and I was like, wait. And then I get out on the track, couldn't see anything else out of my vision, my peripheral, and I get out on the track, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be starting next to Ryan, but I don't see him. And then all of a sudden I hear, like, I was hearing something, but I couldn't hear anything.
Like, you could hear it, but you couldn't pick up what they were saying, making sense of it,
And then finally I get to the checker, and they were like, 17, get off the track, and I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So then I pull off, and then...
Sorry, that was my practice laps. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, man. I remember the days of like being super nervous. I'll usually get nervous when we go to a different track, and I just don't know where like they push off from, or where you drive. Can you drive back, or are you shutting down? So that's when I usually get nervous. But I try to ask the race official like immediately when I get there, like, what are the rules for driving in the pits? Miles Lossman, when is Hunter driving again? Hopefully very soon.
Hopefully.
Well, gotta stick around. Winter can be long, but sometimes it's very quickly approaching. So.
I feel like September started yesterday, and
it's over.
It's over.
I mean, I feel like it's basically just been like 3 months.
Now we got 1 month till the next racing event.
Yeah. Yesterday. I thought yesterday was Wednesday. Because I've been racing since Thursday. So I was like, why is everyone, like, out and it's a Wednesday? I don't know why, because I would have to be at work then, too. Jeter trying to get practice laps. You bet, man. I told him everything you can do. Just say you're in the wrong heat. Just say, but go fast.
Yeah.
We'll try to be there to watch you. Awesome. That's from Miles. Alrighty. How well do you think, Hunter, you will do at Nathan's Midwest Racers event?
Oh, man. I feel like it's just going to be like the Bandit all over again.
All over again?
I mean...
Well, they can't give you speed if you're in the wrong heat.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to go there.
I don't know. I just think going into something that I've never done before. I mean, I've done go-karts, but not the fast ones.
Yeah.
Like the ones from the Dells and like Action Territory. They're kind of slow. But,
you do
but
all right.
other than that, I think I'll be all right. I mean, I'll definitely have fun.
Yeah, just don't be in a low main, or just whichever main you land in. Especially if it's insulting, that's your nickname next year. Like if there's like J main is like the lowest main, I'll be like, "What up, J main?" Like, come on, dude, J main. I think you'd be better than that. I think a lot of people are gonna be better than that. Let me just say that so they don't wipe me out in my qualifier. Maddie, how do you think you're gonna do at Nathan's Midwest Racers event?
Last in whatever main I'm in, and then top 5 in the powder puff.
What if you're at that cutoff where you're the fastest one in your main?
Then I start
First. And that's horrible.
Then I'd be like 5th. Top 5. That's what I'm gonna shoot
Top
for. 5
in your main. Okay, let's go. Move the slow people. I mean, you know, Jimmy, how we race. We move the fast people too. We're not speedists. We'll move you. Elliot here. Hopefully, I do all right. I'm sure you will. Get better practice.
Can't.
So. Yeah, it's going to be harder because the reason why I was asking them is because Nathan's Midwest Racers event is November 2nd. Let's go. $150 for entry, which is a little bit more. However, it is on Super Track.
Super Track.
Hey, don't egg me on and leave me hanging. And it's going to be on Badger TV. So get your butt kicking on TV. That's going to be great. I can't say anything just yet, but I heard that there's some high-profile drivers showing up. So you're not going to want to miss it. Hopefully they do show up. You're showing up, right?
There's high-profile drivers.
Yeah. I know Jason Anderson
like,
is.
I'll donate my spot to someone else.
Yeah, no. Jason Anderson, I think he's going. He's always one of the fast guys there.
He can't practice this time, though.
There is a practice. I think there's a
practice?
week before. It's on a Wednesday or something. I don't know.
And I have to take another day off of work for racing.
No, don't.
No.
'Cause then you have an excuse. You'd be like, well, my first laps. And honestly, that's the difference between good drivers and great drivers. Good drivers can go and practice and be fast, but great drivers can just show up and within 10 laps be pretty quick. So I have faith in you guys. And if not, drill the guy in front. How many carts I'm assuming how many carts are carters are going to happen? Jason, can you rephrase that question? Because I can take that two different directions. But yeah, so it's going to be fun. I think he's going to try to get 20 cart mains. I think that's what he said. He's going to try.
There's going to be a lot in that first.
Just messing. Oh yeah, I saw your comment. I'm gonna circle back to that. But I just didn't want to get off topic too fast. With the Midwest Racers. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, there's gonna be a few big dogs. Yep. Cart on carts, like cart hits. Oh, how many carts on carts? Oh, I got it. Oh, 10. That might be predictions for the leading into the
There's
Midwest
gonna be at
Racers.
least 2 in the powder puff race.
Yes, there's at least 2.
At least.
I think there's going to be one big one in the powder puff, which we will get into more. We'll be writing these down when we get closer. But I think there's going to be one big one in the powder puff, and then a lot of like driving into walls loudly. Not necessarily like crashing, but like you know how when you can pancake the wall, how it makes the loudest clap. It's like when you clap your hands like that. Perfect. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those. It's gonna be so much fun. So head over to Midwest Race. I think it's the 5th annual Midwest Racers event page on Facebook, or message Nathan, my brother, to find out more. Pre-register if you want to be a sponsor. I know there's going to be a lot of money on the line, but there's still going to be money on the line for features, winners, and stuff like that. But he does not want it to be like $1,000 to win in the A main, because then obviously no one's making out of it alive. So there's going to be. I think he said there's going to be like the bingo balls, and that's how a lot of people are going to win money back. So, Super Track. There is 3 intersections that on a cart prone to happen. Okay, a lot more speed on the back stretch. Hey, I'm all about that speed. No trouble. No, I'm all about that speed. Not drugs either.
Which back stretch?
The one where you go from. Whichever, I don't know which direction it is, but it's when you go, like, on track 1, let's say you get that hairpin into the other hairpin. It's after that hairpin, it cuts back, and it's pretty long. To into track 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's where track 1 and track 2 meet. Then it meets, and then it goes into your dad's favorite part, the little chicanes. Where you got smeared. Yeah, you better believe it.
You keep saying you got one coming.
He's got one coming too.
I was going to say, they both keep saying they got one coming.
And you know who's going to get it? Hunter.
Yeah. I'll be the middleman.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun, November 2nd. So I'll obviously be promoting this. Neither the wall, running track. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Okay.
From Jason Ashton. All right, moving into the next topic here. The Fall Classic. What are your thoughts? Facebook, if you were there for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, the whole thing, there for just a little bit of the rain on Saturday, rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how you felt that the Fall Classic went. 1 being the worst, 10 being the highest. Just wanting to see what everyone's thought is, because I thought it went pretty well. We'll start with Maddie, because she's been talking so much this episode. What do you think of the Fall Classic on Thursday?
I feel like it could have been better.
First, what was your number? 1 the worst, 10 the best.
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
It was like a solid Wilmot race, like normal. It didn't feel like there was anything special besides, like, obviously Hunter was racing and you were in different classes, but obviously I was only there the one night, so it was like, just felt like a normal
night
Wilmot weekend show.
You are bigger than the Classic. That is what she just said. Wow. And I'm sitting next to you.
I've been eating a lot lately, but
I feel like my favorite part, though, I wasn't there to witness it, but, like, besides Hunter racing, was when they did the memorial for Medivi's dad.
Larry.
With the missing man formation. Yep. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, Thursday night, well, that's not the unfortunate part. Matt Vanderveer won the Bing 604 race, and then later that night, I wasn't sure if it was later that night or in the morning, Larry Vanderveer, his dad, died. So then on Friday, they did the missing man, and then Saturday, they didn't do anything special because we had rain coming through, so they were pushing through. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm really glad that they let, like, Vanderveer pull out to do that, because sometimes missing man is the pole car that drives forward to be the missing man, but it was just cool to see that. And they said that they were going to do the missing man formation in the drivers meeting, and then they never told us how they wanted to do it. So that
it's nice that all the drivers, like, collectively were like, no, Bandit Beer's doing that.
Yeah. Anything else? No?
Felt like a normal Wilmot show.
Okay.
Didn't feel very special.
Autumn here, 8.5, Saturday night, 410s hit differently. Or different. Yeah, they do. Hunter, what was, first of all, you're there just Thursday, but what was your rating of the Fall Classic?
Even though I was racing, I would give it a 9.
A 9?
And that's only because I definitely think, and not just because I raced one, but just because I feel like they should have more time on the track, just as well as everybody else.
Oh, the Bandits in general.
The Bandits, yeah. I feel like there should be more, should be more heats. Obviously, one feature as everybody else.
Yeah.
But I think if they had more cars, then obviously do more features. But I mean, I just think that's how it should be.
Yeah. So you're going more for the class individual 9.0. Bandits should run more. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Because out of everybody, I have the lowest grade. Because you said 8.5, you said 9.0. I am saying 7.5 to 8. I'll go 8, though. As a first-time event, I think it went great. Like, there wasn't a lot of downtime. I wrote in my notes here, Thursday night was too long. Because, so for this event to be successful, there has to be many different things. Like, the money's got to be good. It's got to feel different. You have to have it mean something. And you also have to make sure that the drivers have time to get home. Or get to the track and get home. Because it is a Thursday night. It is a work night. And then Friday's a work day. You know, not a lot of people are going to... I won't say a lot of people are not going to take the day off, but the majority of the people are probably not going to take Friday off. I'm lucky enough to have Fridays off, so it didn't really mean anything. But at the same time, I'm like, this is a long night. So Thursday, I think it's too long. Friday, I thought there was maybe a little bit too many classes. They had six classes. But Saturday, I thought was perfect. It was a little bit earlier start, and we actually finished at a decent time. The track was dusty, and I know what everyone's going to say. The track was dusty, so the track wasn't blah, 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 blah. In hindsight, yes, we know it did not rain enough, but for the end of the mods, the street stocks, and the 410s, it was spitting rain. And the Bandits was spitting rain too. So in hindsight, yeah, we know it didn't rain. But in the moment, it looked like it was raining, so they were like, if Wilmot could run like that every night, I would be so happy. Because it was like, as soon as all the cars exited the track, before the car that one got in the victory lane, the next class was pulling on the track. If that would be amazing if they could do it that way every week. So, yeah, they wanted to work the track. Talked to some of the officials afterward, and they're like, yeah, we wanted to work the track. We just couldn't with the rain coming, and it looked like it was going to miss us, and then it's going to hit us, and then not, and they wanted to end it. And if people say, well, we knew it wasn't going to rain, a lot of people in the stands left when it started spitting raining the first time. So, but, joke's on them. That was one of the best features. I see some comments coming in here already for that. Let's go up here. Alright, wow. Okay. It was this is from Jimmy IE. It was a great weekend for sure. Wish they could have done something different to bring in more fans. Yes. I know they're selling it as a 2-for-1, buy two nights and get the third one free. So obviously you'd assume the Saturday's free, but we all know it's Thursday. Thursday should have been free. I mean, I was $5 admission or free for Thursday. Just show your fans appreciation, and the people that really are going to take it up are going to show up on Thursday. Mm-hmm. 8.5 from Autumn. That was one of the best and most beautiful things Wilmot and that's the missing man. But the highlight, oh yeah, here we go. But the highlight, this is from Jimmy IE, of the weekend was Matty V whooping on the 410's butts, 22 or 22nd to 5th in a 604.
So he raced in his 604 with the
He brought his
410s?
410, crashed in the dash. They couldn't get it fixed. He finished second in the 604s and then entered the 604 into the 410s. But then since that's a backup car, he had to start in the tail. And he was a man on a mission. Like, he was...
Dang.
He like, okay, so the American Sprint Car Tour promoter, his nephew is there, Corbin Gurley. So I was like, oh, I'm going to cheer for Corbin Gurley because I kind of, it's cool to see an outsider come in. And he starts second. Well, Matt Vanderveer got to him, and he was blocking him. And Matt just drove in the back of him going into 3, moved him out of the line. And I'm like, oh, man, Gurley, do not take him out. That's going to be like taking out Dale Earnhardt in Richmond. Like, do not. You will not be able to leave. He didn't get to him or anything like that, but yeah, that was awesome. We'll talk about that here more in a second. I wish more. This is Tiny Horse. Wish more of our classes came out, but I thought it was it was a pretty good time. It's their first one, so didn't expect perfection. I'd say 7, 8 out of 10. That's exactly mine. 7.5, 8. My only suggestion is getting the shows rolling a bit smoother and faster. Track was really good all weekend. Another point there, track all weekend was chef's kiss. Had fans out there wonder if they scrapped Thursday and made it a Friday, Saturday show. Stay tuned for that. I'm not sure how all other tracks do their classic, but just a suggestion. Yep. Yeah, speed. Like I said, Thursday I felt was long. Friday we thought that there was too many classes, but Saturday was perfection with how they rolled stuff out. What's up, Sean? How you feeling? Haven't seen you at the track. Oh, well, I see you at the track this year. Matty was driving for his pops for sure. That's from Jimmy IE. Mm-hmm. Garrett Eitzer. Was a fun weekend, but for 900 to win and only 12 bandits showing up seems like a little slap in the face to Wilmot. Yeah, I'm actually very surprised at that one. I thought for sure, out of all the classes, the bandits were gonna have the most car count, which they did not. They had.
I really didn't think so.
You didn't think so?
No.
What did you think that?
Because I was only saying that because Ryan had already mentioned to me the last weekend that there was a lot of people that said they weren't going to show up because they were going to race somewhere else or there were issues with their car. So
yeah, but still 900 to win. And Tiny Horse, is it 125 to win your feature?
150.
150?
I think.
Okay.
Somebody said.
But I mean, still, that's 300. That's like 6 times what you normally make. That'd be like a 604 feature paying, like kind of what it. Well, no, it was 1,200. It was like the 604 wing. They got paid $20 or $2,000 or something. It was crazy. 100 is a normal night for the Bandits. Yeah, so 900 times. Yeah, I was a little surprised with that. And, I don't know. Is that going to come back and bite them next year if they have a classic? What are your thoughts, Manny? They only had, they had 11 on Thursday, 10 on Friday, and 14 on Saturday.
I feel like it was bad timing with a lot of the drivers because a lot of them I know were having problems with their car or had just gotten and were fixing stuff because I know Ricky Nelson, he did a lot of work to his 22 car since he got T-boned the week before. Mm-hmm. And I mean, just the amount of drivers who were having problems at the track, it was like, oh, okay, I know there was more than 12 that showed up where they were like, oh, I can't race because I'm having problems and I can't do anything about it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like next year, I feel like if people were to show up, then they would be like, okay, it'll be this much. But the hard part is you can't do that, so.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie Landcar here, I thought the Bandit car count was a joke. 30 cars show up for weekly pay earlier this year and 12 show up for 900. I don't want to hear any crying about payout from them or from 90% of them. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
The ones that are there, they're like they supported it. So, but on a different. Oh, yeah, and then Tyler here, Matty put on the clinic. Yes, he did. Only if he could have started in his normal starting spot, he may have won it. But I mean Blake Nemi was on a tear though, so it's, I don't know.
We all know it's possible to win against 410s with 604s. So I mean,
yes, yeah. So let's talk about what did I want to talk about? Out of here, car counts. There we go. So out of your headlining classes, you had 18 on Thursday with the Wisconsin Wingless. Friday headlining was the 360s, and Saturday was the 410. So the 360s had 21, and the 410s had 22, and Wisconsin Wingless only had 18. Thought that was a little weird. I thought more people would come out for more cash, but I guess not. It's easier for us.
I thought it was gonna be that way with the Wingless. How there was gonna be the same or less, and then the Wing 604s, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna dip my toes."
Yeah.
Honestly, I think if it was a Friday or like a Saturday, I think a lot of people definitely, a lot more people would have showed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even me, it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Like racing on a Thursday night, especially for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and then not getting home until almost midnight.
Yeah.
And then going to sleep, waking up at 5:30, going to work.
Yeah, you go to work, and then you didn't race Friday or Saturday, and you're already tired. Yeah. Jennifer Rooney here, also a good point, because we're uncultured swines when it comes to bandit racing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just love including the bandits because they're a hoot. Thursday night's highlight was Tiny Horse driving around the outside, leading only the last 100 feet of the race. But Jennifer, also the timing of the 141 Classic, a lot of people wanted to save their cars for that. I still wish we could have seen more support from the rest of the bandits. Yep. And then Tiny Horse here, hopefully if we give good support and reviews from this year from most everything, but car counts, maybe more will show up next year. Got to give time and I guess the word to get out if it was good. Yes, it was. Very true. I know that I get some hating stuff from particularly the Wingless, which I don't really enjoy sometimes. So one last thing I'll gripe about, I guess, is no, we won't. I won't touch that one yet. As I'm going through my mind, I'm not. But okay. But yeah, we'll go with Tiny Horse here. So Thursday had 74 cars show up. Friday 91. Saturday 88 for a total of 254 cars. It was great. Like I said, the track was amazing all 3 nights. Yes, there was an issue with water in turn 1 on Friday, but other than that, the track was perfect. And then of course they wanted to touch up on Saturday before the features, but they just couldn't. Yes, the fall. If my wife here, has the Fall Classic been on the schedule all year? Yes, it's been on since January. Thank you, Ryan. And then hats off to the 410 guys that showed up. Definitely showed us who the real racers are and who Stevie's yes men are. Oh, and that's care of that one. There we go. Yep. I was trying not to touch that at all this episode, but thank you for saying that, Charlie. Garrett had fun taking pictures and watching the races. I have pictures of Hunter. Just let me know where you'd like me to send them. Sweet. Yeah, I'll message you after the show to get his email address to you. But yeah, and then for predictions, Ashley. So I did predictions a little bit differently. It was taking 5 drivers randomly, well not randomly, top 3 and then some other drivers, and take their average finish. And all you had to say was if they're going to finish better or worse than that for the Saturday portion of the Fall Classic. I suck at it. I suck. Ashley, Michael, or my wife Ashley, Michael Olson, Dustin Allen, all tied with 11 correct predictions out of 20. That's pretty good. I had 8, and all of them had 7. Yes, Scott, I melted the butter. But yeah, so all in all, Fall Classic. I really hope it comes back. I think though the 410s definitely put on a show. Matty V stole a show from that, and I'll transition into the last little bit here of people that want to hate on the 604 wings because they go so slow. Yes, and I made rice today too. My wife. So with the 604s, like the best thing that could have happened out of the whole Fall Classic was Matty V with the Wing 604. Like that's the best thing that could have happened to that division. Yes, Matty V is a barn burner of a driver, so you can't just be like, oh, half of us can do that. Like that takes a very special driver to do it, but he did it. And I hear that people say that the 604s are slower, and that is fine because what are you comparing them to? Wing 410s. Well, then let's compare the 604 wingless to USAC 410s, and we can see from there. So, I mean, they said in the drivers' meeting, they said in the IRA drivers' meeting, stop the pettiness. So, we all starve to race and put on a good show. So, there you go. I'll leave it at that. All right, and then our other topic here, not last, because we'll probably still find something else to talk about, was our results of the Fall Classic. Maddie, what did you think of our results on Thursday?
It was great for the third week in a row. So every race day I have like a little card where I write like all of our tire pressures and track it and stuff like that. It was great for the third week in a row having to write fourth in tech. And getting to write that in tech is just like chef's kiss.
There you go.
It's the little things.
Yes, it's the little things in life, Hunter.
Excuse me. Honestly, I think.
And your results.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. Thursday. How did Thursday go at the Fall Classic with us and you?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I think if I would have started better in the feature and paid attention to where I was shifting, I think it would have been better towards the beginning rather than the end.
Yeah.
But as for you, it was definitely exciting to know that you went from 8th to 4th in the feature.
The meat grinder.
Yeah. And then I was kind of surprised, honestly, with your heat lineup, my heat lineup, and then our features.
Oh.
Because we both started second in the second heat, and then 8th in the feature.
Some might say that's superstition, but we're not superstitious. We're a little stitious. And you finished 7th.
And I finished 7th.
Which is probably where I was going to finish if the top didn't get tight. Vlog is dropping tomorrow. You might want to tune in for that. I might actually go on a little rage of my own. I was listening back to it today, and I'm like, I'll just leave it. Just leave it. It'll be a good one. So definitely check out the vlog tomorrow. That's posted from Thursday night. But yeah, so we qualified 8th on Thursday in the non-wing car. Finished 2nd in the heat race as a tater, and then finished 4th in the feature. And then on Friday we qualified 4th, second night ever in the Wingless sprint car, which was awesome. Finished 2nd in the heat, and then Ian decided to kick my butt in the heat race. And then we started on the knot. We started first, but on lap 3 I broke a left rear torsion stop. So that was not fun. So hung out mainly in 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere around there in the last couple laps. I fell out of the seat. I couldn't do it anymore. I was just so tired from fighting the car. But then Saturday, first in hot laps, which was only the cars that didn't make the top 10. And then in the qualifier, we won that. And then finished 10th, started 7th, started 8th, finished 10th. I just didn't want to take a risk and hit the cushion. So that was our Fall Classic, and I really hope it comes back. I hope the money stays the same, or better, I should say. Thank you to everyone that put money into it, and the fair board, and it was good, and hopefully it can just grow from there.
It was cool watching other racers support other racers, when Ralph Johnson put money in for the Bandits, and Bill Baylog put in money, and like other drivers put in money for other pools that weren't their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was like
Me and Ryan Marshall
okay.
put up a bunch of money for the Wingless, so thank you, Ryan Marshall Racing, for that. Like, that was... It's always cool to, like, sit in the car and you're like, well, we could either finish, 8th, or we could have a really, really good night. Like, we could easily win 2 features in one night. So, that autumn Betsy Friday was a blast. Yes, she was. You can bring more of her out.
I love getting to see all the puppies at the track.
Yes. Yeah, so, like, that's kind of like our whole show there, man. We almost on the dot. We got a few more minutes left. What are you hoping for, Hunter, going into winter and coming out the spring? Not winning the lotto, because that's not going to happen.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, we all know what we would do. We'd buy all our friends race cars. But
Yeah.
And everyone that supports the show, I'd buy you a race car too. But unfortunately, we're not going to.
Cross my fingers for that.
Yeah. Well, first you have to buy a lotto ticket to win, and I don't buy a lotto ticket.
For the 410 wing sprint car that the Sprint Car Hall of Fame is. You did buy those tickets. I know you did.
I did. I'm gonna buy more. After your eye.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I might just try to work on trying to get something
going.
Yeah, whether it's Bandit or maybe a wing 604, non-wing 604, just anything, honestly. Just to start my racing career. So.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you from the difference between the wingless and a wing car, the wing car is easier to drive.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be really fearless in a non-wing to make it go fast. So when you go from wingless to winged, it makes your life so much more easier. Because, like, the non-wing, you have to back in the corner. My problem with the wing is you got to hold it, like, hold, and then you see the first infield tire go, and then you're like, okay, go. And the thing is just, like, so glued to the ground. The G-forces, like, my arm is sore still. Because I'm usually pulling the wheel, not pushing it. Now all my muscles for pushing the wheel, like, to turn left is just tough. So, yeah, you should do a wing 604.
I think I might, honestly.
You might know some people.
Yeah, I mean, I had, like, the more I've been thinking about it, I think the wing is probably where I'll start, at least. And then I might, once that happens, I might mess around and take the wing off and give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
You flip.
Yeah. You flip
Well,
and you got to rebuild it.
Yeah. Yard sale. I saw, is it Coolest Junior 8 photography? He posted first us flipping turn 4.
Yep.
There were a lot of pieces
scary.
There were a lot of pieces I didn't see. Like in the original video, I'm like, oh wow, the wheel half came apart, and now that it's
when it came back on the wrecker through the pits, I was like, the wheel was in 2 pieces. The tire was ripped in half. I was like,
wow.
What?
Yeah, that was crazy. You wadded up, broken motor, and a lot of things. Yeah, that's yep. Elliot, that's the worst that can happen. You wadded up and have Oh man. Facebook, do you have any questions or topics you'd like us to brush up on before we get out of here?
I know I'm not Facebook, but one thing I did have a question was when Ricky Nelson spun me out, what was running through your head?
Oh, this is good.
Oh.
Because I know what was running through my head.
I don't know who that was.
Your story first.
I don't know who that was, but when I get out of the car and find out, he's gonna wish he didn't do that.
I wasn't even mad.
I think I wasn't mad because I knew it was Ricky, and I was just like, really? But then at the same time, I was like, I think I was more mad afterwards when Kevin came up to me and was like, why did Hunter take out Ricky? And I was like,
oh, no, girlfriend.
walk away.
Oh, no, don't you go.
So honestly, watching the videos that everybody got from different angles, it definitely looked like he had nowhere else to go. He already said his brakes were a little spongy because they got spongy during
nowhere
that.
to go.
So, I mean, I'm not mad. Like, I never was mad. I was like, but it was kind of nerve-wracking knowing that I was sliding. I had the wheel full lock to the right, trying to go straight again. And then the one thing I remember seeing is just the infield tire coming closer and closer and closer. I'm like, please don't hit it because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, the Bandits are built pretty solid, too. So, I think you'd be okay. But, like, yeah. First, I'm sure if you hit it, you'd be like, wow, that hurt more than I thought. An infield tire would hurt.
Yeah. You were sore afterwards.
Yeah.
Already.
I think, honestly, the worst part was when I got into Carpenter and when we called.
Oh, you doored him?
Yeah.
I was like, I was screaming, he doored him.
Yeah. I think that was the most painful.
Like, hit of it. Like, like there's, like, really no absorption.
No.
Like, there's a very little, but you're like, oh, it's a solid hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like being in a demo derby.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Except you're not purposefully trying to hit
cars. You're trying not to hit other people.
Oh, yeah.
In Bandit racing.
Facebook, real quickly. Out of all the classes, what was your most memorable race of the Classic? Whether that was Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, what was it? Jennifer here. That's how I blew the second motor, was hitting the tractor tire. You blew the motor.
Maybe it's a good thing you did not hit the tractor tire.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Scott Sprout, Mr. Melted Butter himself. Facebook wants to know what is a top song on your playlist for you all to get jacked up for race day, if any. Did you listen to any music in the morning going to the track?
Don't say no, because you did.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
You said it was the same song that got you hyped for the haunt.
Oh, it wasn't the same song. It was just the same genre, which is just rock. Honestly, just get you fired up.
Yeah, I have to pull up my Spotify because I heard from Crown of Thorns for today. Boom. That one's going to be my new one for the rest of the year for shizzle. It's Jesus Take the Wheel. Oh my god.
No, that was... So there was a joke between Elliot and I when we were playing Outlaws. I was like, I wonder what was going to be running through my head if I get near the infield tires of the wall.
And you did both.
Yeah. And I was like, you know, if I were to get so close, I would just be like, Jesus Take the Wheel. And then I started singing the song as we were playing World of Outlaws.
Oh my goodness. Maddie, yours?
Yeah,
I'll
hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah. Another good one for people that want to know and are looking to spice up their playlist. Is it Prequel? Prequel by Falling in Reverse. That one's a banger.
Yes, it is.
Talk Dirty to Me. That always gets me in the mood to throw her sideways. Unfortunately, that's really on my playlist. Jackal and Hyde from Five Finger Death Punch. That's a good one. I do feel like that's a little bit more of my personality, more nicer, but until I get in a race car, and then I'll door my dad. I'll smear Dave Schutzen into the wall. I don't care.
You're a hater of country, so...
Yep.
Unfortunately, most of my playlist is country, but I'll do the non-country ones. I have a lot of Hardy, which is like a country rock artist.
Okay.
He's got some good songs.
Yeah, I got Hardy on.
He goes like this to metal.
He dabbles. Yeah, he dabbles.
But
I think that's the metal ones that I like.
I got a lot of Hardy, Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll. That's because of him. Lainey Wilson, Lee Bryce,
Nice.
Luke Bryan, Luke Combs.
Nice.
Lots of country. Megan Maroney, and I really hope I can go to her show next year.
Yeah. Charlie Lancourt here. Christian and Matt Vanderveer and their cruise in Victory Lane was the most memorable moment of the Fall Classic. Yep. That was, especially with everything that was going on was Vanderveer's dad. Yeah, that was... I couldn't experience that. I'm glad that like at least the photographers got like those are why photographers are so important is because like that moment was what 2 minutes at most, and now they have a picture of that for the rest of their lives. So thank you, Charlie Lancourt, for all that you do with the photos. Tyler here bringing home the championship with Sexton. 25 years after winning the Wilmot Championship in '99 with him. Oh, that's awesome. Man, time flies, huh, Tyler? Ashley Crane here, and this is the Back Row Believers. Did you listen to the Back Row Believers podcast new episodes about the songs? Yes, I heard about the songs, but they were worship songs, I think. That's the one I heard. I have a new perspective on worship songs. Scott Sprout, any other special habits on race day? Superstitions?
No superstitions, just stitions.
Yep, just stitions. We're just a little stitious. We don't talk about crashing on race day.
No. Definitely not. The last time that
happened. It happened. Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
Dave's not here.
Yeah, Dave's not here. Oh man, Maddie plays cheer music to pump up. Oh my goodness. Y'all want to see people? No. We have a Bluetooth radio for shop nights, and if she gets Bluetooth, she just starts playing cheer
or country.
It's not
or
cheer.
Badger.
That was a joke. It was not supposed to take off. Oh man, yeah. So and then. Has nothing to do with pay. Oh yeah, they're getting okay. No, they weren't. It's straight cheer. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh man. So this has been a very fun podcast. Or the Badger song. Yep. The Badger
It's raining tacos, says Scott Sprout. And yes.
My goodness. I feel like this podcast is Jennifer Rooney, and Facebook comments right now is Ricky Nelson.
Hi, Mom.
What's up,
You're
Roxanne?
a little late.
Yeah, just a little bit. She said that she's gonna watch it, and then I didn't see her pop up yet. Don't
give her any ideas.
She loves you. Oh man! All right, so let's get this spun bandit pointed back in the right direction. There you go. Hunter, who would you like to thank?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Jennifer Rooney and Brian Johnson, Tiny Horse, for giving me the opportunity to, finally get out on the track and get laps in. And then I'd also like to thank Nathan Crane for letting me borrow safety equipment, and then just the Crane Racing crew for being there supporting on the big day. So that was
the big one.
Fun. So
nice. And Maddie?
Daybreak Church for introducing this great group of people and being able to suck people into the racing world.
And we got another one. We got Autumn.
My dad for bringing me to the track, and Derek for letting me work on the car, and Hunter for supporting me and not being like, "Ow, that's a guy sport."
It's definitely not.
Good thing you're a guy. Well, yeah, like the Bandits, like, I gotta find that ratio. Women drivers and men drivers, and then, like, make that into a game. It's been a hot minute since I've done a game. Should bring the game back.
Games are fun.
Games are fun. Yeah. They are. And on our side, I'd like to thank Kenosha Plumbing, Next Gen Pumps, Pullman Auto, RepTech Manufacturing, Rouge Helmets, Ashley Bree Photography, Painters Plus, Bain Nelson, Jack's Helmet Design, Pinnacle Media Productions, Daybreak Church, Whoop Whoop, Mirror Image Coatings, Turo Tents, Hold My Beer, Bricks and Minifigs of Kenosha, Outrageous Apparel, Wise Guys Barbershop, David Crane, Kathy Crane, Jeremy Crane, Kylie Crane, K9sforyou.org, and then a special thanks to my family and crew, my beautiful wife Ashley, my mom and dad, Gail and Mark and Gail, which it was their anniversary on September 19th, so that was the downside to not winning on Thursday. I was hoping.
They said it like 10 times.
That's good.
At the track.
They probably said it when I was in the car, so I didn't hear any of it. They didn't say it over the receiver, at least. They should have. Big One fan. Kyle, Nathan, Lauren Cooper, Ladders, Dave, Elliot, Hunter, Autumn, Joey, and Sarah, and my youngest brother Caleb, who a lot of people don't know. Well, a few people know that he exists, but he's pretty funny. So he listens to it on Spotify later, and then I give him a secret phrase, and then he says it back. He'll just randomly text it to me. And sometimes it'll be a month after it, and other times it'll be like the next day, and it's great because I forget what I said, so I'm like, what are you talking about? And Caleb, your secret word or phrase, should it be, Maddie? Put you on the spot.
Bandits spin.
Bandit spin. Hunter doors. There we go.
Hunter doors.
Hunter doors. There we go. And then
some other people I'd like to thank is obviously my family and Dave Schutzen for sponsoring my pit pass for Thursday. Greatly appreciative for that, and everybody who supported.
Yes. All right. And then next week's guest, which is not next week's, it's 2 weeks. We have next Monday off. Well, I promise you this time it is for real. It will be Terry Kudrowski. The third time's a charm. This is the third time we're getting this set up. So Terry Kudrowski, Modified Driver, October 7th. We have a funny comment. We got Doors and Ladders. Oh. So does that make Elliot the shoot? Oh, shoot. I could see him saying that, too. Anytime you get spun, Elliot turns around. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Maddie and Hunter, as I do it the opposite way. Like I said, it felt like a shop night in front of the camera. Yeah. I don't think we'd have enough content to do that in the shop for like a whole night.
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes.
Not at least until we're done working and the beer starts flowing. Then I think we could. Then we could.
Yeah.
After we punch out. But yeah,
that could be a whole comedy show by itself.
Shh, Dave's not here. They find out why that's they don't like this. Unread emails. We need to redo that.
Unread emails.
Unread text. I think I got
loading up the trailer. Hunter hitting the motor on the. What?
How can I help that?
Oh no, you didn't do that. It. That was when we pushed Derek in.
Yeah, pushed me in too fast.
Too much.
Too much horsepower.
The car just wants too much.
Yeah, just too much.
Wants to go.
So awesome. Well, on that note, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you at a track real soon, and if not, we'll see you October 7th, right here in studio with Terry Kudrowski. Peace out, Girl Scout.